Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our 9 p.m. English News Edition. Here are the top stories. The Prime Minister inaugurated the second ferry baptized Muhammad Ali Gadili. Another news, national news, the Ministry of Interior made a statement on the fight against insalubrity. And for the international news, in-flight collision between a plane and military helicopter, there are no survivors, according to the authority. The details now. Welcome to our newsroom. The official inauguration of the Muhammad Ali Gadili ferry took place this morning at the Djibouti port and the high patronage of the Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed. Upon his arrival, the Prime Minister was welcomed by the Minister of Infrastructure and Equipment, Hassan Hamad Ibrahim. He then reviewed the Coast Guard troops before cutting the ribbon, a symbolic moment of the ceremony. The event brought together several personalities, including the President of the National Assembly, the late Mohammed, the late government members, and the Director General of Maritime Affairs, Ali Mirah, the Ambassador of Japan to Djibouti, as well as several accredited ambassadors to the country. The family of Muhammad Ali Gadili was also present for this memorable occasion. The new ferry, a result of exemplary cooperation between Japan and Djibouti, addresses the mobility needs of the population and the transport of goods in the northern region, a zone with strong economic dynamics. It particularly lies in its ability to navigate even during the Khamsin season, thus ensuring continuity of maritime services regardless of weather conditions. Now bearing the name of Muhammad Ali Gadili, the ferry honors a prominent figure from the northern region which embodied the values of kindness, wisdom, generosity, and dignity. The legacy of the late Muhammad Ali Gadili remains vivid in the hearts of the northern populations, and his impact continues to resonate through his actions and commitment to his community. The late Muhammad Ali Gadili was an influential political figure and a respected and beloved customary notable across the country. After its official inauguration in Djibouti, the Muhammad Ali Gadili ferry was welcomed this morning in Tadjoura during a ceremony marking its entry into service on the maritime route between Djibouti and Tadjoura. On board the ferry, His Excellency Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, upon his arrival in Tadjoura, was warmly received by the local authorities. This ferry, the second one provided by Japan to Djibouti, strengthened maritime transport between the two shores of the Gulf of Tadjoura. The event gathered local authorities, government representatives, and the people of Tadjoura, who turned out in large numbers to celebrate this major advancement in transport in Djibouti. The arrival of the ferry highlights the strengthening of the country's maritime infrastructure and the government's commitment to improving connectivity between regions. With this new acquisition, travel between Djibouti and Tadjoura will now be facilitated, offering passengers and goods a more reliable and efficient services. This project illustrates the excellent cooperation between Djibouti and Japan, a key partner in national maritime development.
تروح بيه garmakaana midhicak mana ummamara gooriyakiyen tibbidhe miilwadi balukiyen hakki madxooy fardilukiyen garmakaana midhicak mana ummamara gooriyakiyen
And now, as I mentioned on the title, the Ministry of the Interior made a statement on the fight against public and sanitary conditions, drawing attention to the major concern of the degradation of the urban environment, which is taking an alarming proportions. And I quote, he said, as part of our effort to address concerns regarding the safety and cleanliness of our living spaces, I am addressing you today to raise awareness about the major issue, the alarming degradation of the urban environment, characterized mainly by household waste being dumped in public spaces, wastewater being discharged into main streets, stray animals roaming urban areas, illegal occupation of sidewalks and traffic lanes, damage to or encroachment on public roads, abandoned vehicle wrecks in public areas, and more. These behaviors, driven by the incivility of some individuals lacking civic responsibility, tarnish the image of our cities and degrade the living environment of our population. It is no secret that the fight against insalubrity is a civic duty that concerns each and every one of us. It is therefore up to all of us, men, women, young and old, to protect our environment by acting responsibly and adhering to basic rules. In this spirit, for more than a month, all technical state services, MPs, municipalities, sub-prefecture, law enforcement agencies, and civil society have been mobilized and working in the field to carry out large-scale cleaning operation across main streets and public squares. In the second part of his statement, the minister warned that sanctions will be systematically applied to anyone committing infractions related to the deterioration of public spaces. And he said, however, to meet the challenge of a better living environment, the efforts of the competent authorities must be accompanied by collective awareness and active participation from the entire population. It is time for each of us to do our part by adopting responsible civic behavior through simple gestures to ensure the sustainability of this action. Sanction will be systematically applied to anyone who commits offenses related to the deterioration of public areas. I once again, he said, urge everyone to participate and get involved in preserving our environment by strictly respecting rules for the protection of urban roads and public areas, so that our capital, main towns, and surrounding localities remain pleasant places to live. Health. Now, the Ministry of Health organized a gala in honor of the participants of the scientific days, marking the closure of this event dedicated to advances and innovations in the field of health. This gala brought together researchers, healthcare professionals, experts, and decision makers to encourage, exchange, and celebrate the scientific contribution presented during the scientific days. The event featured official speeches, award ceremonies, and moments of conviviality, thus thus strengthening the bonds between the different actors in the sector. The General Secretary of Ministry of Health, Mr. Mohammed Ali Mohammed, the Director General of the CHU, Dr. Omar Mohammed Ismail, the Technical Director, Dr. Sulaiman Noor Ay, the Administrative and Financial Director, Mrs. Faduma Ilmi, as well as all the staff of the Ministry of Health participated in this ceremony. The President of the Organizing Committee of the Scientific Days, Dr. Degan Abdullahi, opened the evening with a speech emphasizing the importance of the research presented during these scientific days. In his speech, the Director General of the CHU took the opportunity to express his sincere gratitude to all the organizers of these scientific days, recognizing their hard work and dedication in making the event a success. He emphasized again that these days of scientific exchange were not only an opportunity to present new research and innovation, but also serve as an essential platform for fostering collaboration and dialogue among experts in the medical field. In his speech, the Minister of Health strongly emphasized the critical importance of research within the medical field, highlighting its essential role in driving improvements to our healthcare system. He stressed that continuous investment in medical research is key to enhancing treatment options, advancing technology, and ultimately ensuring better outcomes for patients. The Minister also pointed out that research helps in identifying new health challenges and finding innovative solutions, thereby enabling the healthcare sector to evolve and meet the growing needs of the population. He urged all stakeholders to prioritize research and collaboration, as it is through this effort that we will achieve meaningful progress in healthcare. Sport now. The State Secretary for Sport organized a conference of at the People's Palace on the theme Sport and Stroke. This event, chaired by the State Secretary Mr. Hassan Mohammed Kamil, brought together several personalities, including the Secretary General Mrs. Khadija Ibrahim Idris. Representatives from the Sport Department of various government institutions were also present, including military corps, the Coast Guard, and the police. The necessity of adopting an active and healthy lifestyle to reduce the risk associated with cardiovascular disease was highlighted, emphasizing that regular physical activity combined with a balanced diet is a key factor in prevention. The conference addressed several major topics related to strokes, with discussions focusing on their definition and risk factors, the impact of sport practices in their prevention, the influence of diet, and various prevention strategies. Several medical experts shared their knowledge through in-depth presentation. Dr. Idris Abdullahi, a specialist in general surgery and sport medicines. And now, in his opening speech, the State Secretary for Sport placed a significant emphasis on the critical need to raise awareness about strokes, underscoring the importance of educating the public on the risk factors and preventive measures. He highlighted the fundamental role that sport plays in preventive strokes, explaining how regular physical activity can greatly reduce the likelihood of stroke by improving cardiovascular health, enhancing circulation, and managing other key risk factors such as hypertension and diabetes. The State Secretary urged individuals to incorporate physical exercise into their daily lives as a proactive measure to protect their health and reduce the prevalence of strokes. The Djibouti Radio and Television organized a ceremony to mark the end of training and the awarding of certificates, marking an important milestone in the professional development of its employees. RTD has highlighted the work and progress of its staff. This session dedicated to technical, commercial, and web services was a true hub of knowledge where digital marketing was dissected by an expert from the Higher Institute of Commerce and Business Administration over a period of 1 month. The month-long training focused on digital marketing and communication, two key fields in today's digital age, led by an expert from ISCAE. This intensive session allowed participants to delve into the intricity of online marketing, ranging from SEO to social media management, data analysis, and content strategies. The certificates awarded symbolize not only the acquisition of new knowledge, but also to the transformative potential that these employees bring to the organization. They are now better equipped to navigate the complex world of digital marketing, contributing to the modernization and visibility of RTD on both the national and international stage. Mrs. Shukri, the director of the Higher Institute of Commerce and Business Administration, took the floor to emphasize the significant importance of initiatives designed to enhance the skills of public administration agents. She highlighted how these training programs are essential in equipping public servants with the necessary knowledge and expertise to navigate the evolving demands of their roles. And now Mr. Aden Abdi Jama, General Manager of the RTD, expressed his immense pride in the achievement, emphasizing that this training marks just the beginning of a long-term commitment to excellence. He underscored the importance of continuous learning and development, assuring that the institution will persist in its investment in human capital, recognizing it as the cornerstone of RTD's success and future growth. Mr. Aden Abdi Jama also highlighted that as a public media outlet, RTD is not only adapting to the rapidly changing media landscape, but also positioning itself as a proactive leader, embracing innovations and new technologies to stay ahead of the curve and meet the evolving needs of its audience. Today, January 30, 2025, the preschool student from École Notre-Dame de Blaus had the opportunity to visit the Sheikh Osman camp of Djibouti Army's Armored Regiment. The purpose of this visit was to allow the young student to closely explore the military world, particularly the values of patriotism and different aspects of soldiers' work. During this day, the children had the chance to participate in various fun and educational activities, including group games that helped them better understand the principles of teamwork, discipline, and courage. It was also a great opportunity for the children to have fun while learning essential values for life in society. The event was a success and helped strengthen the bonds between the students and the armed forces, providing an enriching experience for the students. At the end of this visit, Mrs. Mandeka Ismail warmly thanked the officials of the Armored Regiment of the Djiboutian Army for their hospitality and for sharing a moment of discovery and conviviality with the children. Now, the Obok College hosted a ceremony dedicated to the 5th edition of the awards ceremony for the best students of the institution. The event saw the participation of numerous guests, including local authorities such as the prefect of the region, Mr. Musa Aden Migani. The ceremony, which took place in a festive atmosphere, was marked by folk dances presented by cultural troupe of the institution. In his welcome speech, the principal of the college, Mr. Abu Bakr Burhan, congratulated all the distinguished student also took this opportunity to thank the teachers who every day guide the students in their academic journey. The highlight of the day was the awarding of prizes to the most deserving students of the first term. In his word, the prefect of the Obok region, Mr. Musa Aden Migene, took a moment to extend his heartfelt congratulations to both the students and the teaching staff of Obok College for their outstanding academic achievement. He commended that the hard work, dedication, and perseverance of the students, as well as the continuous efforts of the teachers, is nurturing and guiding the students towards success. For the international news, Kenya is facing a double threat to its food security, climate change, and counterfeit seeds. In response to these challenges, many farmers are turning to indigenous seeds, which are considered more resilient and better suited to local conditions. However, a 2012 law criminalizes the use, sale, or exchange of uncertified indigenous seeds, forcing farmers to purchase costly hybrid seeds. To comply with the law, Kenyan farmers have two options: certify their seeds or buy seeds that are already certified. In Egypt now, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi welcomed his Kenyan counterpart William Ruto for a two-day state visit. This meeting was an opportunity to strengthen the relation between Nairobi and Cairo, culminating in the signing of 12 bilateral agreements. These agreements aim to intensify cooperation in various sectors, including the economy, security, and culture. This is it for this 9 p.m. English News edition. Thank you for watching us and stay tuned for more on RTD.